Well, let's go to a warmer climate. East Vale Joey is on the line. Are you at the golf course, Joe?
Yes, I am.
I am
at the San Juan Capistrano Golf Club.
Joe, I know you were on the golf course most of the day today, which I can't blame you. If it was that warm here, I think I'd be on the golf course also. Yeah. Did you see any of the Lions game?
I missed the entire game, Scott, but I was following along on my phone, watching the score, watching us get beat up early, and then make a valiant comeback, late in the game, which is what I expect from our offense. That was nice to see, or hear about. But they're gonna, like Corey said a while ago, they're due for a loss. How do you win, all season long,
right?
Being as beat up as they are defensively,
right?
And I'm sure they played a good offense today, and that changes their likelihood to be able to win a ball game. So it's gonna happen. Yeah. You can't win them all.
Can't win them all. And even if you're like, we talk about the injuries, but even if like Goff and Gibbs and the guys that are still out there, those guys are banged up too.
They played every game.
So it's hard to do this every week and then win. So those guys they're not healthy. It's tackle football, for crying out loud. Yeah. So
in the NFL. Yeah. In the NFL, those guys are pounding each other,
Right.
So, and I've said all season long, it all depends on who is on the field at the end of the season. And if the Lions, can't make it there, by virtue of attrition, because they're playing in the NFL, they might not make it there. If their best team is on the field, they can beat anybody. That's my opinion. So even Mahomie and the Jackson, Baltimore, you got me?
I got you, Joe.
All right. So, they can play with the elite teams, I think, in the NFL, but, you never know who's going to actually be able to win that big game. And it's all going to depend on whoever's on the field for that game, And if the Lions can make it there, if they have their best players, they got as good a shot as anybody. It's never a given.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. I know you said you didn't see the game, but did you hear about the injuries today? Liam McNeil went out. He went out with a knee injury, didn't come back in the game. Carlton Davis went down. He didn't come back in the game. And I know somebody pretty close to you that you work with him looked like Dorsey? He might have went out with a broken leg. Khalil Dorsey really took a bad hit. Yeah, and he went out. They didn't even show the replay on that. It kind of reminded you of what went on with Hutch in that Cowboys game. Yeah.
That's horrible. I'm going to have to give his dad a call tomorrow and see how he's doing.
Yeah. So do you think they can recover with if those three guys go out? Because I know Khalil's actually done a pretty good job even on special teams. That's another three stars, Lion stars that have contributed all throughout the season. I mean, how do you get by? What is your opinion? How do they get by without three more of those players?
Dude, those are enormous losses. McNeil was the key to the defensive line ever since Hutchinson went out. And Davis has been the key to the freaking defensive backfield, all season long. And he hurt his hand, a few weeks ago and was bandaged up a lot, but they can't continue to win in this league with those kind of guys out, and Khalil Dorsey has been a stalwart on the special teams all season long. I think that's why Dan Campbell keeps him around, because he's pretty much an undersized guy, but he freaking, he plays with heart, and that's what the Lions are all about, I think,
Yeah.
We had a caller chime in on the YouTube. It said, Eastville Joey without a chain? Wowzers.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Take it to the golf course?
I thought you'd be out on the golf course with that chain. Come on, Joe.
Come on now.
It would make it hard for you to putt, wouldn't it?
I actually have the chain here. I just left it in the car, so I didn't. I thought I was too late to even get the call in. So
no, I'm glad you did call in. Let me ask you something. So before Corey's got something for you.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
No. I just wanted to, both of you guys chime in on this. So the Lions have clinched, right?
A playoff spot.
Clinch playoff.
Is it crazy to say, like, take some more guys out and keep these guys off the field? And are the Lions good? Do we have to have the number? Do you have to have the number 1 seed? You're good enough.
I think they do. I think they need home field all the way through.
I think the number 1 seed with that, the biggest thing for that is having the week off to heal, bang ups, type injuries. That's the biggest thing. And if hell, they might not even win their division. With Minnesota playing Chicago tomorrow, they're going to be tied with us. Overall record. And, the Lions will have to beat either Green Bay or Chicago or Minnesota, to end the season to win the division. So that's if Minnesota wins out. If Chicago upsets them tomorrow, that'll be a big surprise to me.
Right. It'll be a big help,
too. Yeah, it'd be a huge help, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know how much you love Roar Trivia. So I'm going to give you the Roar Trivia question of the week. And I know you haven't seen it because you've been out on the golf course doing your thing. The trivia question is this, Joe. How many 100-yard receiving games did Barry Sanders have in his 10-year career? Is it A, 2, B, 5, C, 9, or D, 11? What do you think on that, Joe?
Barry became a passing threat at one point, but I'm going to go with one of the middle 9 or 5, I think it was. I'm going to say 9.
9, okay. So Hollywood Reggie says 2. 9. We had some Roar chatters come up with.
They would throw to him in the flat, and then he would run crazy around people. So
I'd like to know what those games were.
Yeah,
because I don't know if I ever remember seeing Barry Sanders catch for 100 yards in a game. I've seen him plenty of times rush for 100 yards.
Yeah. Barry can catch it. Yeah,
we'll
That's
see.
A good question.
Well, Joe, I'll let you get back to that bar that you're at there in sunny Eastvale, you're in San Juan Capistrano. Is that where you're at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. How did you golf today before we let you go?
We started very late. We had 2:00 tee time, so we only got to finish the front 9. I shot 39 on the front, so not too bad. 4 over.
Okay.
Not bad.
Right. Not
bad at all.
Well, thanks, Joey. I'll definitely get a hold of you. And if you find out any more information about Khalil Dorsey, pass it along to me. We'd really like to see how he's doing.
I will.
If you talk to his dad, prayers up to him.
Prayers to him.
Yeah. Roger that. I'll do that.
All right, Joe. Thanks for calling in tonight.
All right, Scotty, Corey, take care. You guys, happy holidays. If I don't see you or talk to you.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
Sounds good.